Here we presents the top 5 best gaming mouses. Starting at number 5, Razer Basilisk X. Razer's line of Basilisk mice have changed since it first introduced the Basilisk to win over first-person shooter gamers in 2017. Today's lineup features the Basilisk V2 and 2 attempts at the best wireless mouse, the Basilisk Ultimate, and Basilisk X Hyperspeed, the latter of which is the focus of this review. The Basilisk X Hyperspeed wireless mouse holds the entry-level spot in the Basilisk lineup, but its comfort and gaming prowess prove that in some cases lower specs can still yield a great value. Casual gamers will be fine with its gaming performance, but serious competitors will struggle to call this the best gaming mouse, due to last-gen technology and a lack of connectivity options. The Basilisk X Hyperspeed is most defined by what it lacks: the Razer SpeedFlex cable found in the Basilisk V2, Basilisk Ultimate and Ether V2. Instead, this is a wireless mouse that connects via a 2.4GHz USB Type-A dongle powered by Razer's Hyperspeed wireless technology that it claims has better performance than competitive products you can also connect via Bluetooth Low Energy. That lack of wired support is likely to worry some folks, especially if they fear their Basilisk X Hyperspeed's battery will die when they don't have a backup. But that's unlikely. Razer said that a single AA battery lasts up to 285 hours, or 450 hours of continuous use. People shouldn't have to worry about switching out the battery often. There's no denying there are many differences between the Basilisk X Hyperspeed and the rest of the Basilisk lineup. It uses Razer's last-gen technologies, is the only member of the lineup that doesn't offer a wired connection, and costs significantly less than its counterparts do. But in my experience, the Basilisk X Hyperspeed didn't feel lesser in any way to the Basilisk V2. People who rely on some of the Basilisk X Hyperspeed's missing features, as sensitivity higher than 16,000 CPI and more programmable buttons, should opt for the Basilisk V2. The rest, however, will be just fine with the Basilisk X Hyperspeed, and save $20 in the process. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4, Razer Naga Trinity. It's always been hard for me to recommend Razer's Naga line, not because they're bad mice, but because they're not the mice for me. They're specialty hardware, not Swiss Army knives. The original Naga and its telephone-style numpad was designed for MMO players who need a lot of shortcut keys. The Naga Hex was a compromise of sorts, with half as many buttons and a much more intuitive, ring-shaped layout. But both always seemed overly complicated to me, especially for day-to-day use. What if you didn't have to choose, though? What if you could get the 12-button, 6-button, and a standard 2-button layout from the same mouse? Enter the Naga Trinity. Okay, here's the downside: it's still a Naga. I don't mean to sound flip, but Razer's MMO mouse has never been my favorite design. Short and wide, it doesn't really feel comfortable in my hand, whether I opt for a palm or a claw grip. It's neither long enough for the former, nor thin enough for the latter, at least in my experience. To each their own though, and if you like the Naga, nothing's changed. The Naga Trinity is the exact same shape as the 2014 edition, with an overemphasized ring finger pinky grip, and the 2 DPI buttons behind the scroll wheel. It also has Razer's RGB lighting in all the usual spots, which is to say on the scroll wheel, on Razer's logo, and on the left-hand side. The main sticking point is the price. Listing at $100, the Naga Trinity costs a fair bit more than most wired mice. On the other hand, it costs quite a lot less than 3 wired mice, which is sort of what you're getting in the Naga Trinity package. If you're the type of person who only sometimes wants an MMO mouse, the Naga Trinity is an interesting alternative to buying and maintaining 2 separate devices. Now I'd love to see Razer go the other way, and make a Ether Trinity or a Mamba Trinity, give MMO mouse fans the choice of a different shape, while keeping the Mamba or Ether's strengths. That would be quite a proposition. Halfway of my list at number 3, Logitech G203. Logitech's simplest gaming mouse just got a little bit flashier. The G203 LightSync upgrades the company's G203 Prodigy with a little more room for RGB customization. If you're looking for a no-frills gaming mouse, the G203 is a decent choice. It's light and it's fast, and that's really all you need for most games. Are there areas where Logitech could have made some improvements? Definitely. But for the price, the LightSync's high quality is enough to make it a safe entry-level pick. The G203 LightSync costs $39. $99, so it's more than fair to call it a budget gaming mouse. That space is more crowded and complex than it's been in the past because of the rising demand for cheap and light but accurate experts mice. For now, the LightSync also needs to compete with its predecessor. In the short term, Logitech continues to sell the G203 Prodigy, which is essentially the same mouse with anechoic lighting, for $29.99. Though it doesn't quite keep up with optimized and refined competitive mice like the glorious Model D, the G203 LightSync is a very good all-around choice for a cheap gaming mouse. It's comfortable for all grip styles, despite its small stature. It's simple and easy to use. For a lot of people, that's enough. In keeping with the general trend toward lighter, competition-friendly mice, the G203 is smaller than the average gaming pointer, measuring 1.38 by 4.5 by 2.28 inches. That smaller stature puts it more in line with mini experts mice made for claw-style grip players, like the Razer Viper Mini and the Cooler Master MM710. Unlike those mice, though, a high sloping base shape keeps the bottom of your hand from dragging behind your mouse when holding it palm style. Despite the smaller shape, the G203 doesn't gain much of a weight advantage. At 2.86 ounces, it's an average weight for a competitive mouse, a bit heavier than you'd expect for one this small. Coming in at number 2. Redragon M602. I recently upgraded my falling apart Logitech M325, in which the scroll wheel had to be removed due to the constant ghost middle and side clicking. The Redragon fits like a glove for my hand, almost like it was made for me. The Logitech, however, needs me to stick my pinky up to not drag it on my desk. It also comes with a braided cable, something you don't see much for a sub-$15 mouse. The Logitech is wireless, so I can't compare quality. The buttons are fairly clicky, which is nice, but the side buttons feel a bit loose. The Logitech is fairly mushy and quiet on clicks. The glides work great on my mousepad, but the Logitech hates the mousepad. Pluging it in, the rainbow unicorn vomit is default, but since I want to keep it that way, I just click through the buttons to check the settings. They are fine, but I like to make it as obnoxious as possible, so unicorn vomit it is. The scroll wheel just demolishes the scroll wheel that the Logitech used to have, which didn't click and just kept going if you used it, which was unusable for gaming. It is great for gaming, being very responsive. It glides great on the pad, and the side buttons are nice when playing. Overall I like it, but would probably get a better one once I build my new PC, but I like it. I would suggest this mouse to anyone who wants one in the $15 to $20 range. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. And number 1. Logitech G502. Every gamer loves Logitech's peripherals. Not because they just look fine, but because they have outstanding performance, appealing design and built with durable material. Every new gaming gadget, whether it is gaming keyboard, mouse or headphone, is equipped by keeping in mind the needs of gamers, and soon the product, after catching the attention, becomes one of the most popular gaming peripherals in the market. This is what we saw in Logitech G502 Hero, which offers everything that a gamer seeks in a gaming mouse. The G502 Hero is actually an upgraded version of previously released G502 Proteus Spectrum. Those who already own the Proteus Spectrum would know how good the mouse is in its features and performances. Though both are similar in many aspects, the two main differences that make G502 Hero an upgraded version are the improvement in DPI optical sensor from 12,000 to 16,000 and the improved durability that makes it an everlasting mouse. As you can see in the picture, this is a massive gaming mouse. It suits well for gamers with large hands. Measuring at 1.6x3x5.2 inches, the mouse covers a bit more space than an ordinary mouse. Bear in mind that a mouse that is equipped with a lot of features and built for power is bound to be heavy and large. The G502 Hero features durable and comfortable buttons. The performance and longevity of both the right and left buttons has been increased from 20 million clicks to 50 million clicks. That means the buttons can be clicked continuously for 2 years. The performance beats the other popular mice available in the market. Those who need separate buttons to adjust their DPI while gaming would find this mouse most handy, as the mouse features 2 default buttons on the upper left side. But others who don't like DPI buttons on the mouse may find it a pain due to accidental misclicks. Gamers who need a top-notch gaming mouse that delivers excellent sensitivity, greater customization, and versatile performance should never forget the Logitech G502 Hero. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.